Yo, what's good, man? This is Nate Diaz. Ricky's just playing some retro games, so I'm gonna do his intro. We got another round one battle. We got Don Lad Joe. I don't know what kind of name that is, man. He's going up against some wooden bluefish. Let's go.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Are you listening?
Ricky J. Sparks.
What up, my fellow YouTubers around the world, man? Welcome to another first round battle. What did you guys think of Nate Diaz introducing the matchup, man? What I'm gonna try to do is almost every video I'll try to do an impersonation of a fighter or of a celebrity to introduce the fights, just to switch things up. But here we go. Mutual respect. Don. Nate said his name wrong, so it's Don Elajo. And he said Dun Lad. Some of these names are tough, but nice. Look at that head movement by Don. And wooden bluefish, man. We don't know much about these guys. And I'm finding on ranked, people are getting better, man. Let's be honest. People are getting better. In the last season, my record was something like 102 and 30. And now, oh my gosh, it's not as good as that, man. I don't know what it is, but I know it's not as good as that, and people are just getting better. And you have to say that me playing MLB The Show and Mortal Kombat has to be another factor as well. But anyway, let's get back to this fight. Seems like the crisp stand-up game of Don is really helping him out here. But he's got to watch out for... Nice combo! Just going to say, watch out for the power of Romero. Romero definitely's got pop in his punches. And what a nice combo. Temporarily stifling the onslaught of Don. Don seems technical though. The one thing I like about Don is how he's not overthrowing. He's not overthrowing. Nice. Going up high and down low. He's not getting too excited. A lot of guys are really patient in the beginning, and once they get cracked a couple of times, they just take the game plan, roll down their window, throw it out the window, and start slugging. You can't do that. Gotta keep yourself level and understand that quality over quantity. Man, I've said this in the past. Not like my jokes. My brother always says, Ricky, your jokes are quantity over quality. Oh man, I'm feeling good today, man. The sun is shining. Is winter finally over? Jeez, I've been wearing my winter coat. I'm in Canada. Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I've been wearing my winter coat in the beginning of May. In Canada, it's so funny. We only have 2 seasons. Summer, winter. Oh, nice. Catching Wooden as he was trying to sidestep away. And I really like the patience of Don. Oh, nice. I really like the patience of him here. But see what Wooden's doing? Wooden is planting and throwing that combo, that 2-piece combo. Nice. Don. Rocking him. Nice job. You know what? The one thing I like about Don is his unpredictability. You just don't know where he's going. What a great round both ways. A technical battle. I think the edge right now has got to be Don. Even though he got cracked a couple of times, you know, he gave it right back, and he's sitting pretty nicely, in my opinion, man. He's sitting pretty nicely, but he's got to be careful because both of these guys are quality fighters, and obviously Don's opponent is a quality fighter. And let's see what Wooden can do here. Is he going to go for the clinch? You know Romero's got a great clinch game. This was such a grueling battle in real life, eh? This is the Real Fights tournament. If you're tuning in for the first time, you can only have fights that have already happened or that are happening in the future. And this was a crazy fight, Romero versus Whitaker. How tough is Whitaker, man? Just able to eat what Romero was serving and then feed him his strikes and inevitably winning that tough decision, right? It went to a decision from what I remember. But I remember it being very close. And speaking of close, this is a close fight. Nice, Smelly. Wow. He has that combo. I believe it's a straight hook. He's got that combo down. He just plants his feet and goes for it. And in my opinion, this is anybody's fight. Look at Wooden Bluefish. Holy cow. And he is putting a stamp on this round with that rock right there. And another rock. How the heck did the tables turn? Oh, but a rock right back. Should call this video rock and roll. No, I don't know about that, but a lot of rocks. Both guys getting hurt. These guys are looking to end this fight, man. They're not looking to win a decision. It's technical madness, man. So exciting to watch. Oh, and he rocked him right back. Oh. I love that kick. It almost looks like he's going to the body and then he goes right up high. Wow. What a showdown. Both guys now surveying the situation, trying to figure out, what you could do to stop him. And I was just going to say, in this situation like this, I would just forget about going to the body. And is it over? It's over. Wooden Bluefish swimming upstream and getting the W. Yeah, you like that analogy. But it almost looked like he was losing the fight, man. Do you really think so? In the first round, I think he was losing it. You could argue he was winning that second round, and then he comes through with a fantastic W. What a job. And Big Daddy Don must be so disappointed after putting together just a really solid outing, but just came up a little short. And here we go. Are we going to see an ending in 13 seconds? 13 seconds. That's Conor McGregor. I dusted him in 13 seconds. I can't do an impersonation. You know who does the best impersonation of McGregor is Eddie Paca. But the one thing, though, Don's got to be careful. When you're facing a Conor McGregor, man, all it takes is, a couple of good shots, and you could be in La La Land. So in my opinion, this is not the best matchup for Don, just because McGregor packs such an incredible punch. And would you be looking to go for takedowns? But McGregor's got great takedown defense. Oh my gosh, man. Every time I see McGregor fight in this game, in this tournament, it always makes me nervous because, like I said, he's got bombs in his hands. And it's unfortunate if one of these guys, obviously one of these guys are going to be eliminated out of this tournament. These guys are quality. These guys are both quality fighters. And I like what Wooden's doing of hanging back a little bit. That's a great strategy, especially when you're using McGregor. To hang back like that, to survey what your opponent's doing, and then just be a counter fighter. And he's doing that. He's being patient. You know what the crazy thing is after that first fight, man, which fighter is going to be able to adapt to your opponent's style? And I think right here, Wooden is doing a great job. But you got to be... Don's doing a good job too. Let's not deny Don his credit here. He's doing a great job. Both these guys are showing that respect, that love. Well, I don't know about love, but definitely that respect of each other. Oh, man. He is doing exactly what Romero did in that first fight. Throwing heavy hands, man. Oh, and he keeps on going with that. Oh my gosh. Great quick strike right there to land. And Donnie's in some trouble here, people. Donnie's in some trouble. And good job on Wooden to test the waters here with a minute left. Nothing can go wrong in a minute accelerated time. Well, the chances are really low, especially with stamina that high. So good on him. And nice. And look at that. Wooden. Oh, wow. Good transition. Wooden, it looks like right here, Wooden has the advantage in the clinch, and here we go. Wow. Wow, Wooden Bluefish, man, is looking like he's going to be a contender here in this tournament if he can get through this matchup. And Don started off so well, and you know, I'm hoping he can just hit the reset button and try to come out here in this second round and do some damage, because right here, right now, this is Wooden's fight to win, man. And look at that stamina advantage. He could hang back and just be a little defensive and just touch him. Those shots by McGregor will accumulate throughout the course of this matchup. And it's cool how he's doing damage backpedaling, you know, you don't really see that a lot. Oh, but look at Don. Don's not going out yet, baby. He is not going out yet. I would like to see Don utilize that switch kick, but he's got to protect that head too. Or just stick to plain old boxing. He's got to keep that head protected. Because it seems like at this point of the fight, if McGregor touches you, you're going to be on Rocked Village, baby. And soon to be good old La La Land. I really like how Wooden is putting it now into like first gear. He was in fourth gear for a while, and now he's dialing it back. And then he's going back now into fourth gear with a great combo. And look at that. His shots are so deadly that my screen's shaking. Wow. Just seems like Don is running out of gas. No way. But Don, it just seems like Don doesn't have the stamina. And as Goldberg would say, he's bruised, battered, but not beaten. But look at that. He just doesn't have the gas in the tank, I believe. He's a really good fighter, but he's just... I don't think he has it. And he's hurt, too. But let's see if he could pull a Rocky Balboa and come out with a victory. And these tournament fights, though, especially in EA Sports UFC 3, the outcomes are just... It ain't over till it's over. Not like UFC 2, where you kind of know the outcome of the fight in the first couple of minutes. In this game, just don't know. One mental lapse and it could be done. And look at Wooden go, throwing those shots. Oh, Don's got to be careful swaying to the side like that. And he's in trouble, man. His block is down. Oh my gosh. It looks like it's just a matter of time. Maybe he'll get saved by the bell. Spit out the mouthpiece. I wonder how many times you could spit out the mouthpiece before they take a point away. I'm thinking 2 times maybe. I wish they had that in this game. You could spit out the mouthpiece to gain some time. Or pretend something's in your eye. Oh my gosh. And Wooden... Wow, he really was trying to finish it there. Oh my gosh, what a beating right here. Wooden Bluefish. Remember that name, man. This guy is a force to be reckoned with here. Oh, kind of feel for Don. I'm scared for him, Donnie, baby. Hide behind Yamasaki. Hide behind him. I like how Wooden is not a cocky bastard, though. He's showing his respect. He knows it takes a lot to enter these tournaments. But Don's not out, man. I'm speaking like Donnie is out. Come on. Nice. Gotta go back to that Whitaker showcase that he showed in that first round of the first fight. And he gets dropped again. Look at that. His head is blinking. And if he tries to grapple, it may be too little too late. And there's just under 4 minutes left. He has to take some chances here. You know, I'll be looking to slip straight a little bit, even though it may cost me a knockout. He's got to take his chance. Oh, good timing. Oh, this fight is done. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. And let's see what Wooden Bluefish can do on the mat. Doesn't get the denial right there, but he's good in the clinch. Gets his over-unders. Nice, drops down. Beautiful job. Drops down, gets the hips and gets that takedown. And look at this. Don's looking for some submissions. He's got to go for it. Oh. And this is good for Don, in my opinion, because if he can, you know, grab that back of the neck, get some denials, and maybe go for that Cinderella submission. But he does not Cerrone. He doesn't have the 2-stager. I believe Aldo doesn't have that. But that stamina is just so taxing. And respect to Don, man. He's been following my channel for a long time. And I respect him so much. He's been here since the early UFC 2 days. For all you guys out there, man, how long have you been a subscriber to my channel? When did you subscribe, and what was the first video that you saw? Let me know. Be very interested to know. But Donnie is just covering up right here, looking to survive the bell. Now here we go. This is where we're going to see fireworks. He knows he needs to take some chances. I would even go for like a duck uppercut. Yeah, there you go. Now. Oh, he had it. He had that sway down. But maybe just missed inputting it on his controller. And he is exhausted. Look at his body. Look at his posture. Oh no! No way! Out of nowhere! Out of nowhere! The big shot by Wooden Bluefish, and there you have it. This guy is a beast. Respect to Don and respect to Wooden, showing a very good technical matchup, man. But Wooden Bluefish is moving on to the next round. It's a good fight for him, and I can't wait to see his next fight. Anyhow, people, I hope you guys are enjoying this tournament, and I hope you're enjoying my retro videos that I show at the end of my videos so I don't spoil the outcome. The reason I do that is because if you look at your timeline, you'll be able to know that the fight's going to end, and by adding more footage, you don't know what's going to happen. So I want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy one of my reviews for from one of my old videos from my old channel. Enjoy. Have a great day, guys.
Why is Gretzky on his ass again?
Gretzky's a little bitch.
God, this is such bullshit, man. This is bullshit. The Kings suck in this game. You should play another team. I took the Kings to the cup.
Yeah, against the computer with the offsides.
They're a finesse team, bro.
They're a fucking bitch team. Score! Oh!
Bitch. You're a fucking bitch.
Watch out, motherfucker.
Do not fucking hit my elbow.
It's not even so much me as it's Ronick. He's good.
Oh, is that right?
Galio steals to Ronick.
You bitch!
Score, Chicago!
Oh,
my...
man.
Oh!
Such fucking bullshit.
But that was pretty, Sue. Check this out on the instant replay.
Dude, do not...
You said it was fucking bullshit. Check it out. Look at it. Look at it.
Yes, it's great
If
shot.
you weren't playing
Great
this,
shot.
look at it. Look at it. Come on. I don't want to see the instant replay in the fucking game. You know what? I am unbelievable. You're gonna look at it. Look at it. Come on, man. I want to practice this when I'm not here. When you practice. Here we go, boys. Another edition of Games We Love, NHLPA, and another installment of the battles that we used to have as kids with our friends, brothers, sisters, fathers, you name it. Now, to start off in this game, you know, they have the regular season mode and the playoffs mode, but regular season mode only means exhibition mode. It doesn't mean that you can play an 82-game season like you think you would and like you think you would want to, you know, to play a nice, grueling season. But, you know, they only have that, and that's all that there is to it. In the game, it says at the bottom, penalties except fighting, but there is no fighting in this game. Like the buddies said in the beginning of the movie from Swingers, Vince Vaughn and Favreau there, they were saying in the movie that, you know, they got rid of the fighting in the game. And it's true, they did, you know, they got rid of that, and because I asked my dad, you know, back in the day, you know, why they get rid of the fighting, and then he was telling me, you know, because hockey's all about finesse and it's all about skill and team play. It ain't all about the, you know, the big bad brawls that used to have, you know, on the ice there. And when each game starts, it's funny, and it's funny how Toronto was such bad and poorly rated. You know, I guess they really had a bad year in '92, and but you know what? It's okay. But I like how they had the little thing here the little intro. But the funny thing about it is that none of us would ever read it. You know, we'd always bypass it just right to get to the action. But as you grow older, as you're in your 40s or whatever you're at, you know, you see this and you're like, you know, that is just a nice little gesture to have there for kids to practice their reading. But to start off the game, you know, they have all sorts of options. You know, you can check the out-of-town scores, which I found funny because they had no relevance to you. You know, if you were playing a season and you were trying to get up in the standings, it would help you. But that was just for fun. So the game starts, and as the game starts, I think I score right off the bat here. So I'm just gonna do a little play-by-play. Ellett going down deep to Gilmore. What a save! Oh, Ellett again. Wendell Clark, and they score. Dougie Gilmore. That's a typical Leafs goal, isn't it? If you're a Leafs fan, you know, that's a typical Leafs goal. You know, bang the net, crash the net, and then score with your helmet covering your face and you can't see anything. But anyway, this game was the first ever installment of the implementation of hockey players in a game, which was nice. But the one NHL before, they had the numbers, but technically they really couldn't call like Doug Gilmore or Wayne Gretzky. They only had numbers 99 and all that. But once EA Sports signed the agreement, as I just gave up a goal right there, Dennis Savard, oh my goodness, it's a really blast from the past. But as EA Sports signed the agreement, then you were able to actually see the players' names in between, you know, and when the goals were scored. It wasn't just all about the numbers, you know, and that's one thing that made the game fun, because when you're a kid and you want to play with your favorite superstars, it's nice to see that. If the game was just random guys with random numbers, I don't think it would be as fun, you know, especially scoring a nice little goal with Gretzky or Lemieux or Stevie Yzerman. You know, it was very enjoyable to do. But so that's what made it fun. The one thing about this game, the passing is what made each player. I remember when I used to play, the bums that would hog the puck, they would get nowhere because you can just slam them with the body checks, you know. And another thing that I wanted to talk about, I know I'm kind of jumping around here. When EA was look at the saves by Grant Fuhr. But when EA was starting the whole deal with this game, they really wanted to push the EA Sports Network. So the bad thing is that every ice surface has the EASN on it. So like if you wanted to have that feel of playing at Maple Leaf Gardens, you know, it just didn't have that feel because every arena had the EA Sports Network logo. And in between periods here, the one thing that I found interesting was that they had the game stats, you know, and the thing is, guys, you have to think about before this, they didn't have all the stats here and all the detailed stats, especially player stats. So you can go and check your favorite player, see how many shots on goal you had, see how many assists and points or penalty and minutes, and it's enjoyable to see because then that's what got players to at the end of the game especially to go back and check out the stats, how many shots on goal you had and how many you know, goals you actually had or power play opportunities, you know. So that's really nice to see. And I remember all the battles that we used to have as kids, you know, it would be unbelievable. We used to have tournaments too, eh? As they see the blood, there's the blood that we were all talking about. You can make the heads bleed on that one. But I remember all the tournaments that we used to have, you know. We used to create when I talk about I talk about my relatives, you know, my brothers and my friends, and we had so much going on with tournaments. We used to put Bristol boards and have big grids like back in the day. Now it's like there's online tournaments with NHL 09 and you could have your own league and all that. But we used to do it old school, as you see a nice little goal there by Glenn Anderson. That it made things absolutely fun because you can use your imagination with it. As far as the gameplay with this game, it was nice because even though it's a fast-paced affair and it's not really a true simulation, back in the day it really felt like a true hockey simulation. And you know, wow, you see that backflip there, but they had like the passing, the one-timers. I love the deking too, the manual deking. You know, dipping and diving with your favorite player trying to go to the net. You see Gilmore, look at that, pure vintage Gilmore, almost scoring there. But it was such a simple game, an up and down kind of environment that made things fun just because of the gameplay. The gameplay, the animations, and the simplicity of the game. You know, nowadays it's funny because, holy, what saves by Patrick Waugh. But nowadays, you know, games are so complicated and so elaborate that, you know, even though I have a PS3, Nintendo Wii, and all that fun stuff, sometimes the simplicity of a game is what makes it fun. This game you can just pick up and play, as Wendell's going to pad his stats here, and another typical Leaf goal. And it made it fun for its simplicity. Another thing I forgot to talk about is the instant replay. I know, as you see in the intro here, how many arguments that we used to have when you used to play against a human being, and you want to replay your goal, and then your opponent would always say, "Why are you replaying the goal? Stop being a sore winner." And then you would say, "Stop being a sore loser. Enjoy the goal." And as Vince Vaughn said, that's why they put replay in the game, for you to use it. So that's what makes it fun. And just again, it was such a wonderful game to have as a kid, especially being a hockey fan in a cold Canadian country that we all live in. You know, to have a hockey game to play after going to play hockey in the at the ponds or at the fields. You know, we used to even play on grass when it was icy, and you know, it was just so much fun to have a little thing to fall back on when you go home and have cupcakes and hot cocoa by the fire and all that fun stuff. So anyway, I want to say thanks again for this video, and again, I popped out another one. That's 2 in 2 days, boys. Maybe we can go for 3. Take care.